Now, so we come to the deeper problems of this world. Is that the mental projection has now shown clearly, be with me, all of you. Try to understand. It's a very deep problem. That if you go to the left or to the right, you jump into the extremes, into the problems, and you create problems. So we have to keep everybody in the center. And to keeping in the center, we have to ascend. Now the problem is that we have many people who have come to Sahaja Yoga. This was never achieved before, never achieved before. For that, the main reason was that it was impossible to penetrate into the minds of the people and tell them what is to be done. Everybody tried their level best. Today only I was discussing Buddha. I said Buddha tried his level best to tell people that they should get out of nonsensical ritualism and get to their salvation. He tried everything. So when he died, they said, all right, he has said not to make any statues, we'll make stupas. So they made stupas. That they started worship. Just the opposite what he said, that just now you get your salvation, your cleansing, introspection, and the middle path. He even went up to the idea that don't have families. If the families means this nonsense, you just take to renunciation within yourself so that you see all these things. But as usual, as they were again consolidated into their nonsensical things, they made big stupas and things and worshipped. You see that in the life of Christ. You see that in the life of Mahavira. You see that in the lives of all the great incarnations and prophets, the Islam and everything, same thing has happened, that they have perverted it. But who has perverted? Who has spoiled? The whole essence of every great incarnation. It was spoiled by the disciples themselves because they were not realized. Now the deep problem I find it is the women who are supposed to be my disciples will be spoiling Sahaja Yoga. Very clearly I can see it now. I can see it so clearly, absolutely clearly. They are going to spoil because they have become very dominating. Because they think they know Sahaja Yoga. Because they think they have become very great. A leader's wife thinks she is the leader herself. If you call somebody that, all right, come and do this much job for me, the wife thinks she has a right on her husband more than mother has. It's the women who are the culprit today, and that's why I want to warn you. Now I have seen it. I can point it out at least 10 women like that who have done it. And now the 11th is just here. This is what it is. And I have to request you to understand that the responsibility will be on you. When it will be written down in history, as Ramayana was written, it was the maid servant of Kaikeyi, the mother, the stepmother of Rama, is the one who is responsible for the whole of thing that happened in Ramayana. But that was to happen. But where is that Manthara today? And where is that Kaikeyi? That Indians do not take their names. They spit if anybody takes that name. To the dogs they have gone. They thought that time they have achieved a lot. This is what I have to tell you. If you want to go like that down in the history, because this is a very precarious time we are facing. We have to be very, very careful about ourselves. What are we up to? What are we doing? I deal with the present moment and the present times. And I don't want to say what will happen to you in future. If you have to go to hell, you can go. I'm not going to say who is going to go to hell and who is going to go to heavens. But it is for you to decide through your introspection to understand what's going to happen. And I have to specially make a very important request to the women that in these modern times, they are the ones who are going to save the world, not the men. They have done their job before. Now it is for you to save with your understanding, with your compassion, with your sacrifices.